John in Newcastle. John, good evening.
Good evening, Daniel. So I stayed in a hotel. This was a big, well-known hotel chain last Christmas. And when we checked in, the guy behind the counter was, you could tell he was a bit of hard work, shall I say. So we got a bit of cheek from him when we first checked in. We went up to the bedroom. It was a damp room. I came downstairs and he was the only person on reception. So I thought to myself, I'll use the audio recorder on my phone because I thought he's going to be trouble. So I said about the room being damp and not suitable. He said there's nothing they could do. And I said to him, well, we can't stay in a damp room. And so he turned round and he got a bit agitated. And he said to me, I find you very intimidating. And he brought my race up.
What is your race, John? Do you mind me asking? You don't have to.
He said, you're a big white, scary man, and I'm a person of colour, and I'm intimidated by you.
Yep.
Now, I was recording on my phone. I was absolutely horrified to be accused of being, intimidating or whatever. But I can't help being 6'3". I can't help being big set, and I was horrified at this because accusations of racism like that can be taken quite seriously.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be awkward, but he's not accusing you of racism, is he?
He said he found me intimidating.
A big scary white man. He's not accusing you of being racist. He's saying that he brought race in. Absolutely, yes.
Which was no need for that. That's a protected characteristic.
Yeah. So, what do you think he was? Do you think he was refusing to move rooms because you were a big, scary white man, or do you think there were no other rooms and he was just getting intimidated because you were being assertive?
Well, I wasn't even being assertive because, as I said, I was recording the entire conversation because I thought when we checked in, he was a bit cheeky. Mm-hmm. And I just thought, oh, okay, this guy's going to be a bit of hard work. When you get that sense with somebody and you go, yeah, they're going to cause problems. So I thought for my safety and for his, I've got the audio recording.
Is this something you customarily do in hotels and shops?
I have done it previously because sometimes it helps as well to be able to backtrack on, to be able to check back up on things.
Well, I understand your upset. And your anger. What are you asking me?
Well, we ended up... I was horrified by this accusation of being a big, scary white man. My girlfriend said, we can't stay here. This room's disgusting. They're refusing to move us. We're going to have to find a different hotel. I then contacted head office on the Monday. We found a different hotel in the nearby vicinity because I was worried that this guy was going to end up calling the police on me. I even requested as well...
John, back to my question. What are you asking me? What's the legal problem you phoned in with?
So, I asked for the price difference of staying in the hotel.
Do you mean
choosing a different hotel because of their conduct of their member of staff?
So the hotel you moved to was more expensive than the one you were planning to stay at?
Slightly. It wasn't like we were choosing the Ritz or something. It was...
What's the price
nearby,
difference?
About £400 for 2 nights.
Well, that's
so £200 a night.
Yeah, that's quite a bit more. That's not a slight difference. How much was the room in total?
The original one?
Yep.
About 800.
800 a night, so you ended up paying 1,000 a night?
No. It was 800 for the 2 nights.
So 400 a night, and you ended up paying 600 a night?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I've repeatedly asked for CCTV, which they will not give me. They've given me stills, because they said if I was in any way, shape or form aggressive or, anything like that to him, then that would be shown, and they have...
right, so your question is, John, back to the question. Your question is, can you claim the difference of £400?
Correct.
The answer is yes. Absolutely yes. If a judge accepts that the room you were given was substandard, and we know that they refused to move you. You've got that on recording. We know that you were complaining the room was substandard, and that your girlfriend will back that up. I'm assuming do you have any video evidence of it or photos of it?
No, I don't actually. But
it was
all recorded.
Yeah, the very fact it was audio recorded, not video recorded. The very fact you were complaining about it at the time and you asked to change rooms is pretty good evidence that the room was substandard, because you wouldn't have needed to ask to change rooms if it was all hunky-dory.
No.
And if they can't supply you with adequate accommodation, you are entitled to sue them for the difference in cost. So you will win your claim for the £400 difference, John, if you take them to the small claims court. You won't get anything for upset or injury to feelings in this type of claim. You just won't. It's not available legally. Unless you could prove that they were refusing to change rooms because of your race. I suspect that's unlikely. I suspect there genuinely were no other rooms available. Otherwise, he would have moved you for an easy life. But unless you can prove that, and you can ask for the records of what rooms are available that night, unless you can prove that, you won't get anything for upset or injury to feeling. But you'll win the 400, John.
It was quite upsetting, though, to actually be accused to get your race brought up. You know, there was no need for that whatsoever. There was, I can't help being 6'3". I can't help being about 24 stone. I'm ex-rugby player, so...
John, have I answered your question?
Yes, you have.
Thank you very much for the call, John.